Good morning and welcome back to TETS, my dear friends. The topic that we are going to handle is resume building, resume or curriculum vitae as we call it. There is a difference between resume and curriculum vitae. Curriculum vitae, any of we people know, it talks more about the experience the person has got in his professional life, and it runs into pages, maybe 2 to 3, 4, maximum 4 pages. But resume is restricted to 1 or 2 pages. Normally, resume or curriculum vitae is the professional life starter of anybody. Resume plays a vital role in any kind of initiation of any interviews. The interviewer normally starts with your own resume, starts reading the resume, understanding yourself by going through the resume that you have sent him, then starts speaking to you or questioning you based on your own words that you have given it in your resume. So let us see today what all the different points that we need to keep it in mind when we are preparing our resume. When we are going for preparation of your resume, the first point that you need to do, you need to align your resume to the job description that you have got. Normally, the resume is prepared in accordance with the job description. What do you mean by in accordance with job description? See, in each and every job description, the HR might have given you a keywords. They might have used certain keywords describing about what is the job is all about. What you are supposed to do in your resume, take all the keywords which are important for the job description, try to use them throughout your resume wherever it is relevant. So, aligning your resume to the job description, that is JD, is more important. The second point each and everyone should remember when they are preparing their resume is resume summary or career objective. See, I have seen with the experience that I have with my students, when I evaluate their resume, they normally go to internet, cut, copy, paste the career objective, just copy it and paste it in their resume. And I have got the feedback from the HR too. Whenever they are asking, please explain your career objective, they stumble. They don't even know what all the words which are being used in their career objective. So what are you supposed to do? It is nothing. It's a summary. It tells about who you are and what you do and what value can you add to the company that you are going to join. These are the 3 pointers that you need to keep in mind and write it in your own language when you are going to give the resume summary. Point number 3, cover all the basics. You should include all the education qualification that you have got. In case you have done some certification programs, needs to be included too. And if you had been a working professional, not for a fresher, in case you have work experience and you have more than 20-30 years of work experience, maybe what you can do, you can give the relevant work experience maximum of 15 years. That suffices. You don't need to give all 30 years what you had been doing, because the resume is of not more than 2 pages. In case if you have to do it, cut short whatever is required. So align your work experience also with the job description. The next one, contact information is very, very important. You need to give the address, the full address of your present as well as your permanent. In case if both are the same, just make it as one. Otherwise, you need to give present address as well as the permanent address. Don't forget to mention your mobile number. Mobile number is very, very important, and make sure you don't change the mobile number very often. Whatever is permanent, please give. And email ID. Email ID also needs to be given in a proper form. Don't give email IDs like lovemeifyoucan@gmail.com. It doesn't look professional. So prepare a proper professional email ID and give it in your resume. Point number 4, Give it a professional look. You should give your resume a professional look. You need to identify which format you are going to use for your resume. There are humpty numbers of formats available on net. If you are a LinkedIn user, LinkedIn also has a format. If you are going and downloading the profile, it comes in a different format. They use a format. So that also can be used. That also looks better. So the format, whatever you are choosing, it should not be clumsy. It should not be so congested, and it should not be overspaced. So you need to have a proper margin, and even the font that you are going to use matters a lot. You need to use only the professional fonts. There are 3 professional fonts identified, normally used by others too. One is Arial, the other one is Times New Roman and Helvetica. Even the font size matters. When you are going for titles, subtitles, font size should be different. And you need to use all those things in a same format. The font size for the title needs to be the same. And when you are giving a font size, for example, 12 or 13 for the title, that 13 should be the same for all the titles. And if you are giving 12 for subtitle, it should remain the same 12 for all. In case even the font, if you are using Arial, it should be Arial. It cannot be one place it is Arial, one place it is Times New Roman. So you need to identify and keep this in mind, and that gives a professional outlook. And another point that I want to tell you, make diligent use of bold, italics and caps. Wherever required, wherever you want to highlight it, please use them. I have seen a few resumes. Most of the places, nearly 50-60% of the words are highlighted or given on bold. Not to be done. It doesn't serve the exact objective of using that bold. So whenever you want to highlight, please use it, otherwise don't use it. Normally people ask, what should be given first, included first in the resume after the career objective or a resume summary? See, we need to keep in mind, whatever is important, whatever is in tune with the job description needs to be given first. It can be your work experience. If you are a fresher, it can be the project that you have done. Whatever is important, which makes you different from others. There is no sequence for any resume. What makes you better showcased in front of the interviewer needs to be given at the first point. Maybe it can be if you are a fresher, it can be your projects that you have done, or you have done some certification programs which goes in tune with the job description, or you are a working professional. Maybe your work experience can be given on the first point. And you need to keep in mind, the reverse chronological order needs to be implemented here. What do you mean by reverse chronological order? Whatever you have been doing now needs to be given at the first point. In case if it is of your work experience, last 10 years you had been working, and at present where are you working and what is your designation and what is your job role, that needs to be given first. The second one comes the previous one on the reverse chronological order you need to give. And likewise, when you are giving your education background, academic background, whatever you have done recently needs to be given on the top. Then in case you have done 2-3 degrees, you have done your PhD and you have done your PG and UG and 12th and 10th. This should be the reverse chronological order that you need to follow in your resume. The sixth point, use of action words. See, I'll give you some certain examples. I managed a team of 10 members. Instead of using the word managed, you can better use I spearheaded a team of 10 members. That gives more power to the word. Managed is bit low. I solved certain problems that arose in the HR fraternity. I rectified. Instead of solving, rectified gives more power. I prepared a plan. Instead of using the prepared, I strategized a plan. All these words are called power words. There are humpty in number in net. Please go and search power words. You will have more than 150 words available in net. Use them in your resume instead of using common flat words. Point number 7. Give importance to the achievements. Here, I just want to add 2 subtitles. Create subtitles and highlight your achievements. You need to create subtitles, whether you are a working professional in the previous industry, whatever you had been achieved can be given as a subtitle achievements. And if you are a fresher, you don't have work experience, but you might have done internship or you might have done your project. What is the achievement that you have got from that internship or the project needs to be highlighted. That gives more weightage to your resume. The next point, do not lie. Resume is your life. You are showing your life to the HR or the technical person who is interviewing you. Do not lie in your resume. For example, whatever you don't know, please don't put it in your resume. That backfires. Because as a HR person or as a technical person interviewing you, I just look at the resume and I start questioning you from the resume, whatever you have given it to me. So, if you are not sure about anything, please don't mention it in your resume. Don't lie. In case you have some break in between your studies or your work, give a brief explanation about, not an elaborated explanation, brief explanation about what and why. That needs to be given in your resume. Point number 9, trim unnecessary fat. Whatever is not required needs to be removed from your resume. Don't be too wordy. Don't elaborate it in words. Put it in bullet points, not in sentences. Sentences are not required. Just put it in bullet points. And instead of using words, you can use numerical numbers. For example, 90% or 100% of target achieved. Put 100. Instead of words, the numbers give you more weightage and it catches the eye of the HR or the interviewer. Then, declaration. Normally, at the end of your resume, most of the people go for the declaration, saying that as per my conscience, whatever I have stated in the resume is true. Not required. Whatever you have said in the resume needs to be true. It cannot be a lie. That is what we have seen in the previous topic also. So, declaration is not required at all. The final point, post preparation. Once you have finished preparing your resume, what are you supposed to do? First one, proofreading and editing. Very important. You need to go through again and again, read and understand, check for spelling and even check for the font that you have used. It needs to be similar and the same throughout your resume. Next point, save your resume in a PDF format. When you are saving it in a PDF format, when the other person opens it, the changes doesn't happen. It comes the way that you have prepared. So, saving it in a PDF format matters a lot. And when you are saving your file, please, for example, if I am preparing my resume, please save it as Edwin resume. So that when you are sending it to the HR person or an interviewer, he can understand whose resume it is. So that is more important. Then the final point is match your cover letter with your resume. In resume, you may not be in a position to elaborate certain things, whatever is required for the job description. So when you are writing a cover letter, you can a bit elaborate your skill, how you are suitable for that position, and prepare a proper cover letter. And the cover letter also is required to be sent along with the resume. These are the few points that I wanted to talk to you today, and I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have enjoyed, like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Let's meet in the next video.